So now we'll be moving on to complexity of organization in higher organisms. I will be making an analogy here again. Why we call some organisms higher organisms and other lower organisms. And I'll compare it with natural organizations like companies. We have the one-man business where the one person is the marketer, the employer, the worker, does every single thing. Then we have higher organizations where they have up to 1,000, 2,000 staff, 4,000 staff, and if they are not organized into subunits, there will be a chaos. So life in higher organism has to be organized in this way to enable for proper running of living functions. So that is why they have to be complex so they can fulfill their functions. Now we'll be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of complexity. One of the advantages is that they find it easy to perform their functions because they are specialized in their functions. That is specialization. The lungs knows its work is to function in respiration, the kidney knows its work is excretion, and the kidney takes out the waste for the whole body, while the lungs gets oxygen for the whole body. Then another thing is interdependence. Like I said, they have special functions, so they depend on each other. The lungs depend on the kidney to get out its waste, while the kidney on the other hand depends on the lung to receive oxygen, to respire, to receive oxygen into the system. So because of these things, they have to depend on each other, and it enables them to focus on their duty. And that one is that it leads to increased productivity. It leads to increased productivity. Now that done, we move over to the disadvantages. The major disadvantage is that they are dependent on others. The cells almost cannot do much on their own, apart from their own functions. But like in an organization, when one department has to depend on files from other departments, that lag, that inability to make some decisions on their own is what we find inherent in higher organisms. Another thing is that they have very large body mass to size ratio. Their weight is much bigger than the body size, unlike single-celled organisms that have a higher size, a higher area, and less weight. Then third, digestion is difficult in highly organized organisms. Digestion is very difficult because of the low surface area that they have. So that is even one of the reasons why they have to depend on other organs to perform these functions. So with that, we've come to the end of the lecture, and now we are going to solve some questions.